And here we are, live.
Yay! Once again, welcome everyone to the Raconteur Society. We are here to do gaming debauchery as usual in our quest to take over the world with our tabletop gaming.
So far, we've got our backyard.
So far, we've managed to accomplish one block. Anyway, tonight we're going to be playing a little bit of getting back to our Twilight 2000 campaign because Brad has joined us this evening finally. Now that the weather has released its grip and allowed him to leave his house. So I'm just going to say we're going to get started on that. If y'all have any questions or concerns,
Pop them in the chat.
don't forget to check out our Linktree. Send us messages through that. So anyway, slide it on down to Brad, and he's going to let you know what's going on with the game so far.
Okay. So, last off, you guys were in the city of Apol. You've gone there for Bruno to look for an old warehouse, a food distribution warehouse that he was hoping may have had sugar so that he can run his steals, his alcohol steals.
Yeah.
You guys went there, found the warehouse, and then you met Leon Bannock, who was a group leader for a group of refugees that were using the warehouse.
Anastasia's here.
Yeah, pizza, that sounds great.
And
Pizza?
She's waiting for her pizza. Oh, finished big.
And you guys kind of talked to them, and you saw that there's that area that was collapsed, and I think someone saw that there was like a couple of trucks in there underneath the collapsed part of the building.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's probably going to take a while to dig that out and everything, but you kind of made a deal where if you would help them with some of the gang that was nearby,
Right.
and then maybe help them fortify the area a little bit and stuff, then they would help you with clearing that stuff out.
Hey, Simon.
And so you guys went.
The cook is in the house.
Hey!
Mr. Simon. Simon, we got to get a hold of you, by the way.
And so you guys went to that residential area where the gang was, and you guys had to fight out.
Yeah. Kind of like an old apartment building kind of
It's
thing.
the old
Isn't
school Russian apartment building. There's like three of them was actually the same. One
That's
of
where I
them
had the grenade tossing party.
Intact
Yeah.
and everything. Some of them got away, but you took one guy, I think, prisoner. Several.
Two guys. Two or three guys, yeah.
Well, you left. You took one with you.
Right.
And then the
Yeah,
rest
that's
were
right.
wounded, and you just left him rather than drag him.
He's the one that, yeah.
I patched him up, but that was pretty much it.
And then you kind of locked that guy up in the semi, and then you guys decided, well, maybe we should go, because you found out that, I think you talked to him, interrogated him a little bit, and you found out that
The leaders got away.
one of the leaders, at least, maybe two of the leaders actually did escape.
That's correct, Simon.
So you guys were kind of thinking about going after them and everything.
Yeah.
What PM you, Simon?
And that's kind of where we left off. It was like in the midnight, the last shift of the night. I think you guys were going to sleep for a while and then take off in the morning. Before we start, I want to say, Mike,
Yes.
I think I had you using, when you were using the machine gun, I think I had you using rifleman or whatever.
Yes.
You should have been using heavy weapons. Just
okay.
so you know, I don't have to change anything, just so you know that when we go back to it, you're not surprised.
Okay.
And then I also looked, I think, because Dennis got cut by that machete.
Yeah.
So, and then I noticed you said something about, because the pistol, it only does like one wound.
Yeah.
I think you said something. When you look at it, so like, just really remember when you're doing combat. So like the machete does like 3 points of damage, the physical damage, because it's doing such a broad slash. But it takes 3 successes to do a crit, because it's not going to go, it may not go in as deep. As you
Okay.
think. The pistol has only 1 point of damage physically, but you only need 2 successes to get a crit. And then that's
Right.
where you can take more damage.
Okay, I see.
So that's how sometimes it works. So if it doesn't seem like it does more damage, it's probably because it has. You got to look at that lower threshold, the crit threshold.
Yeah. That's the Raconteur Society.
Yes. You stepped into.
So wait,
And while you're making rolls, go ahead and make a stamina roll for everyone.
Oh my goodness.
How do we do that again? Stamina.
Oh,
I gotta get the right dice for the game.
D6.
yes, you do.
Now, when you know what this one, you roll down with another die, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's on that first chart there. Stamina should be a skill.
Yeah, I found that. I'm just trying to remember how to do the rolls for the game. So
Okay, so whatever your rank is, So A is 12 cider, B is 10,
Right.
and on downwards.
But don't you roll like
A
you roll whatever the die is plus another die, don't you?
Yeah. So what's stamina under? What's it called? Under?
It's under strength.
Strength. So you roll strength and stamina.
Strength and stamina. Okay.
So D is a 6, right?
Yeah.
No,
A D
is a 6.
D6.
Okay, so you roll
B is a D12, a D10.
2d6, right?
Yep. Oh, 2 successes.
And what makes it a success?
6 or more.
As a plus one stamina.
All right. So who didn't make it?
I did not make
I
it.
did not make it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
What
Stamina?
Stamina. Yeah, stamina.
Stamina, strength, and then you get a bump for
Roll your
weight.
subterfuge.
So he goes up a die.
It goes up a die type. Take the lower die type first and go up.
Ooh, there you go. You made it.
wait, what's that?
You got
I
2.
rolled
I got a
2
2, but I got a 7, so.
I had a
yeah,
2-2.
Two of you. Okay, so both of you are going to get a stress.
Ooh.
Because basically you don't get any sleep there. Or you get some sleep, but you don't get enough sleep.
We're stressing.
All right.
Okay, so those of you that took stress, you will not be able to heal normally.
Ooh.
Until you recover from your stress, you've got to get a full night's sleep.
Okay.
Did you heal all his normal wounds?
I did some healing, I thought.
Do you still have any wounds on you? On your sheet?
I'm looking.
Left under combat damage.
Yeah, I've still got 2.
Okay, so you're going to heal 1 over the night?
Okay.
Okay. So, basically, you're on the first shift of that morning. What do you guys plan on doing?
Sleeping.
Well, that was you slept on that
Oh, get up.
that last shift of the day. So it's
But I'm still
6 in the
tired.
morning, basically, roughly 6 in the morning. You guys, except for the 2 of you, you guys kind of have a hard time
Where's the coffee?
sleeping. You can hear the dogs always kind of moving about and stuff, and
Right.
maybe just for you. Yeah, I mean, you guys, you can kind of explain it yourself. Why weren't you sleeping very well? You know.
Go ahead, Mike. Tell us why we weren't sleeping very well.
Just the whole thing, the stress battle. I mean, he's a doctor, for crying out loud. So, yeah, he's just stressed over the whole situation. Probably, he was able to help that one guy, a couple of guys patch up, but at the same time couldn't save the kid. So, all that stuff is just turmoil
So
in
you
his
probably
head.
maybe like during the night, you probably keep waking up trying to you ever have that when you're almost about ready to fall asleep and then you kind of hear something?
Yeah.
It's like you like, oh, there's gunfire or something like that.
Right.
And then when you do fall asleep, it's like you kind of probably think of just hours before where you were behind that gun, just boom, 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 boom,
it's
boom, boom,
high
and you're like,
stress,
oh
yeah.
God, I fucking was shooting people. I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm a doctor.
Yeah. Plus, leaving those other people wounded probably affected him too. So,
What about you, Rob?
Probably the fact that the knowledge now is we didn't get everybody that we needed to get, and they might muster up something to come after us, because it's happened to us before, especially in that big deal where we took out that place, with the main bad guy. So he's just, that's just him though, because he's used to, trying to do, in the military and all that, and when you're in the trenches and stuff, you never really sleep well. But that weighed on his mind more than anything. Is just he knows they're out there, and he's not sure what they're going to try to do. So until he can get to them, he's probably not going to rest very well because he's they know they're pretty if they know where they're at, type of thing. He's not, because it's all unfamiliar. So
I'm also thinking about the operational thing of the leaders that got away, plus the thing where within the combat it was like, damn it, it's a kid, I can't kill a kid.
But you still slept well.
yeah, you snooze just fine while I'm going, oh, what was that?
And I am going to change that a little bit. We know where you do like the unarmed thing, and I have you roll that empathy. From now on, I'll do the same thing, but if you fail and you can't kill them, you can push it, and you just take stress.
Okay.
So that way,
Yeah,
I was thinking that might be a little bit more easier to do.
absolutely.
Because I was thinking of something from like Band of Brothers where there's certain situations where you just have to, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so I leave that up to you.
That way we
can
can become-
stress and deal with it later.
Yeah.
You know, so
That way we can become murder hobos.
That's right.
well, there is a specialty. You can get a specialty. So first shift, what are you guys doing? Leon kind of wakes you up.
Where's the coffee, man?
Go ahead and mark off your food and your water for the day.
I think somebody's taking care of that, right?
I think I am.
Yeah, you are.
So is that one for each of us?
Yeah, 1 food and 1 water for each. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Do they have a water source here?
They don't have a water source. They've just got their own supplies.
Those of you on TikTok and Clapper, smash the like button. We need to get our likes up there.
Do they? How far away is the water?
Well, they usually probably have to go down the main thoroughfare that leads over, because you're like on a small section of Opal that's on the southern bank of the river, or southwest bank of the river, however you want to look at it. So they can probably go down to the river, and they're probably going to go all the way down, which is relatively safe down the main pathway, which is they're kind of on. That goes to gives you one of the main access to the old bridge that goes across. Of course, they have to clean that water and stuff like that. So
Right. Okay.
right now they're all right for as far as what they've got.
Yeah, I'm just saying, thinking about ourselves, how
Yeah.
could we refill or something like that. So, okay.
Simon said, "Don't be a murder hobo. Take someone's home. Then you can be a murder resident."
Oh,
There you go. See what you got
Always
planned.
thinking.
Always
Always
thinking.
thinking. I like that.
I'm a murderer with a mortgage.
well, I will engage
boy.
Leon
Mortgage.
in some conversation. So there's a couple of leaders got away last
All the
night.
mortgages.
What are your thoughts? How comfortable are you with them being missing? I mean, do you have any trepidation of them coming back in retribution on you? Do we need to go track them down and put a final end to them? Or what are your thoughts on that?
Because you remember he was kind of like, he was the English professor at Polish University. So he's like, he goes, I leave that up to you guys. If you forced them out, at least dealt them some injuries. I mean, hopefully that will be enough. I mean, I don't know who these guys are as far as their leader is. You know, what kind of person he is, or if they're going to come back or not. Got to be honest, I don't want to be the guy that sentence someone's death warrant. You know?
Right.
We don't have that much here, and it's really hard in this city. We can't even really scavenge that far because there's other gangs out there
Right.
that we know of, but they're the only one that was really the most direct one that was trying to get inside of here. I think they wanted to get in here. So
Right. Well, the fact they killed your people, makes it difficult.
yeah, they did kill like 2 people. So
Yeah. They murdered.
so I mean, you guys,
They murdered
what
people
you
to death
could,
here.
and I'm good with that. So I mean, I leave it up to you.
There's no other way to murder them.
Could drown them to death.
What about the captives we took last night?
You just had one, just one.
Oh, just the one?
Yeah, you took the one that wasn't wounded so bad or something. I can't remember which one, but and he goes, he kind of shrugs. He's kind of, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, we ain't got to put him in that situation. It's up to us. What are we going to do about it?
Well, should we go check on the wounded guys? He didn't know much, the guy that we captured, because I don't remember. Like, the guy that we captured, he didn't remember much, right? Or he didn't know, or...
He just knew that he knew the leader one, the guy by the name of Withold, got away because he saw him leaving out the back door.
Well, if
And
you're-
you remember you saw like at least 4 guys running out that way.
well, we could go up and check on those guys. Might give us a clue if they've been back. last night while we were sleeping.
Yeah.
Because if they haven't been back, those guys are still there, whether they're dead or not. At least we'll know that he ain't been back. Maybe that's a good sign he ain't coming back.
In the
Find
meantime,
him, though.
if they want to start moving some of the debris off,
Okay.
along with what's his name, if he wants to help out, or just kind of keep
What's
Bruno's guys, or if they just want to hang out.
Oh, you'd have to go talk to them. They've been kind of hanging out by the trucks,
Yeah.
Okay.
so I'm kind of staying.
Okay.
I think Bruno probably would have watched overnight for you guys, at least outside. He seems at least kind of somewhat, I'll help you guys out a little bit, but the other guy's a little bit more like, this is my job right here, so watch these trucks.
Yeah.
Once we get stuff loaded on, but
Yeah.
Roman seems to be a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's go talk to Roman at least.
Good idea. Let them know what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of go on outside and everything. They've kind of got their own food, and you see them kind of sitting in the truck with the door open and kind of eating everything.
The truck?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
They're
Oh, they're
eating.
eating the truck.
They're actually red caps. It's horrible.
He kind of waves at you
yeah.
and everything.
Good morning.
Morning.
So funny thing. That's
Well, we took out some of the gang last night, as you kind of knew, but some of them did get away. Like the
We
leader.
had this conversation last night.
Well, I can't remember. I didn't have much sleep last night.
Wake up.
Oh, Dog, now I remember.
Oh, God, he slapped him stupid.
Rush, not stupid. Smartest person ever. Now I slap you.
Oh, yeah. Oh no. Oh, no. I don't do us I stinkers no more. Oh, that's better. Thank you.
So you going up to he says something like foolish, like something probably derogatory.
derogatory.
Yeah. Well, we're thinking about it, but at least we're going to start digging out have them start digging out the sugar at least. So,
If there's sugar down there.
yeah.
Going to the sugar mine.
You want us to watch?
Yeah, just in case. And then, just keep an eye out in there too. Maybe they'll holler at you if they do find Sarge Point.
We're going to go
Sugar,
up
bring
there
it
and
out.
check on the ones we left last night that were wounded and see if anybody's been back. So that might help us decide what our next step is as far as these guys go.
All right, we'll keep an eye on our trucks in the warehouse.
All right. Pony up.
What would Bruno do with guys like
Is that
this?
your
Would he
microphone?
take them and
No, it's the other mic.
would he take like the prisoner we've got, put him to work, or what kind of thing would he do?
Bruno makes his own decisions, but will depend on what you thought about him. But little shit gangster like him, better off without him.
Right.
And you remember Bruno, or not Bruno, but Roman and his partner, I think Wit or something like that. They both have like tattoos coming up on their necks,
Right.
and on their forearms and stuff like that. And you kind of look; these aren't they're the normal tats.
Yeah.
These guys were in prison at some point.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, let's head over there and see if they made it through.
All right.
Okay, so you're gonna head on over to where the
injured
children
Yeah.
buildings were.
And it's daylight now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, you kind of gather up whatever it is. Is there anything special or anything that you need to take, or I don't know
just
what
our
stuff you
equipment.
may have had? If there's anything you need to
I'll
switch out,
replace some
or whatever.
grenades after you.
Yeah.
Just some more grenades I'm going to throw.
He probably does grab a couple more med kits.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's him. So.
Okay. So, grab whatever you need, basically, if you hadn't had it on you, whatever.
Where'd that blonde chick go?
Do they have any, also probably like old rags or something like that they had at the one place, so I could make bandages if I don't want to use up a med kit before we leave.
I thought you wanted rags covered in gasoline so they're easier to light to catch the guys on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll suck on them to get the alcohol out, I guess.
Yeah. See, you're figuring me out.
Yeah, there might be some rags here and there. course, that doesn't come with all the other stuff that you're using when you use the first aid kit.
Yeah, no. I've got
that
got gangrene and all that over here in a package. So.
So you can gather up a little bit of that just in case. You guys kind of make your way
Got
out.
gangrene in your backpack. And that wound looks pretty good. Here, take this.
Here's some gangrene in
Some
that.
gangrene.
God, that
You'll be
can't
dead
work.
in no time. I also have rabies.
I just bite him.
This file's cholera.
We talked about that.
Special vial syphilis.
Syphilis, yeah.
Gasoline bandages to cauterize
And you
wounds.
kind of head over to that residential building. And you kind of look at the three. Okay, yeah, it was this one over here because it's the most intact. And you kind of start walking around and start looking around. And it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure we left them over here at this car. And you
Right.
see that they're gone.
Okay.
Okay.
So at this point, if you wanted to track or something, as long as you've got survival or recon, you can attempt to try and track, but it'll be more difficult in the city than it would be outdoors because there's just not. It's going to be harder to follow
Pavement
tracks
instead of dirt.
Pavement,
Yeah.
dirt, rock.
It'd be like the Chicago rat hole.
Well, I'm at a complete loss. So.
They could have got up and walked away. I mean,
And you probably would. They didn't suffer any crits
right.
that you remember. They were just pretty much knocked out. They had suffered 5 wounds, so if they rested for the ship like you, they would have gotten 1 point back. They could have done enough to scramble out of there a little bit.
Yeah, I did get a success on my recon.
Was that with the -2?
-2?
Yeah.
For what?
Is that on?
For being in city. I said it would be harder in a
Minus 2
city.
dice or -2 from the roll?
-2. It's always going to be -2 to the die type.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah, there's no -2 to the roll or anything.
So it'll be an 8 and a 4 then.
Yeah, so just re-roll. And is anybody else don't forget
So you
can
go
help them.
2d6s.
If someone
No.
else has one of those also skills, you can help them.
-2 die types.
Yeah.
I don't.
So hold on.
Oh, that's right. We don't have anything less
Does
than
anybody else
6.
have survival? Or actually, Devin has. Don't forget Devin is here.
Welcome to the stream.
So what's your recon?
My recon is a 6.
At 6, so you're the
A D-
same
a
as
D.
Devin. So,
Well, with the -2, he's got a 10.
well, yeah,
Then
I'm just
Devin
saying,
is
there's
10.
no difference.
He's got an
between the two of
87.
them. So Devin will help you.
I did get a hit.
And just say when you get a bonus, don't forget you get bump up 1. He would help him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it would broaden up to -1.
Oh,
One -1 die type.
Okay.
So, but you did
brother
make
out.
it on the reroll.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like they kind of headed north.
The camel looks good.
yeah.
So you kind of, if you want, you can start following them, try to follow it.
Okay.
Unless there's something else you need to do before
I
you
like the
go.
backdrop too. Especially with the
So north
light.
is away
fire
from
right there.
the professor. and his folks.
My butt's on fire.
Well, they're going away. I said just let sleeping dogs flee
Which way were they headed?
north,
You
away.
can look. You guys are down in this area right here. And basically, they're like over here on this edge over here. I think right in here. So they're headed up this way.
Let's just hurry up and get this damn sugar found so we can get out of here. We can
Yeah.
deal with the
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look like any of them leaders came back for these folks, so they're probably not coming back at all. And if they are, they're coming back later.
Right. We'll be done with what we gotta do and out of here by then.
Do we see, kind of look through the fire, anything left or like that, or?
You'd have to spend a period doing scrounging.
No, I meant, I just kind of like,
There's bodies. There's still bodies there. Especially
okay.
there in that center area. They were fucking burnt. Because that one guy had also dropped off that napalm because like one of you shot him.
oh, that's what caught
Or
the
I think
fire.
he threw a grenade or something again.
Yeah.
Blew it up.
Grenade and he dropped the a Molotov cocktail. And they're just
That's what caused it.
On his
Okay.
head.
the fire.
Gotcha. Okay.
You ain't a long port to go.
Well,
Just head back and dig out the sugar.
All right, burnt dog hair in here.
Simon, with luck, the leaders bumped into other gangs and are no longer a problem.
That's true. There you go. Possible. Hopefully they didn't upmerge. Super gang.
And don't forget
Like an
one
amoeba.
thing. Probably you're kind of thinking there is a Russian unit across the river.
Oh, they could report us.
Yeah, maybe.
There's Americans in the area.
Let's get that sugar and get the hell out of Dodge.
She told you. Either way, if we keep sitting around, we're not going to get done. We got to get done.
All right.
Go back
remember-
and try to dig out that sugar.
You can't save them all. I mean, we help these people out in a pinch. If these guys contact the Russians, either they merge with a gang, come back, beat their ass. They go tell the Russians come back, they lied to them, they beat their ass.
All right.
You know,
all right,
then we'd have to find the Russians, then we'd have to march on the Kremlin, then we'd have to...
Then we take over the world.
Yeah,
I don't want to take over the world.
it's just
I'm
an
too tired.
escalation.
All right.
We did what we could. That's about all we can do.
Okay, so head back.
Yeah.
I want safe passage to get our asses home. So if this is what we got to do to make that happen, I don't give a shit less about what anybody else has got going on.
Well, makes you feel any better, Doc. I don't feel much better about it than you do, but...
Yeah.
Sorry, Doc. I know it sucks, but
I'm putting it down.
Really,
Law
really
of
working
diminishing
being
returns.
hematodes.
All right, so you kind of head on back. You haven't really started this period yet because it's not that far away.
I just had to say something.
Hematode.
Hematodes.
So you kind of come traipsing back, probably just about an hour later or so. Bruno probably kind of sees you because he's probably walking around in that front area there.
Mindlessly mumbling to himself.
Where are the Pop-Tarts?
Where are the Papa Tarts? Somebody took my flapper jacket.
Devin's probably like, I'm going to go ahead and get on top of the roof, and I'll keep an eye out from there.
I'm going to go ahead and help start digging.
Me too.
Leon will probably ask, he'll probably kind of look and ask, and just like, well, should we find him? You weren't gone that long.
They
They're
must have
gone.
got up and left in the night. Doesn't look like anybody
Headed
came and
north.
picked them up. So that's a
You
good
know
thing.
the Trogdor comes in the night.
Okay. So,
What comes in the night?
Trogdor
Dog door?
comes in the night.
so it will take 5 people. It'll take 5 people
Every time he has to pee, goes over and
setting
goes
4
to-
shifts to clear the debris.
Okay,
If you've got anyone's got basic tools with you,
I do.
okay, using your basic tools, you can cut that down in half.
Okay.
So 5 people for 2 shifts, and you can start clearing out that debris.
All right.
Well, I'm helping. So
Now, if you want to try and help them out because that back area there was got kind of open, that debris was kind of
Yeah.
blocking the open structure so that no one can get in. Now,
Right.
if you wanted to actually help and fix that, one of you guys still have the little cheat sheet for the building
I
stuff?
do, I think. I'm going to find it. Maybe it's back here. Eh. Yep, there it is. Pigsty. Okay.
So I think it's
Defenses?
yeah, defenses.
Okay. Basic tools, which we have. 1 day per hex.
That's yeah. So probably it's just 1 hex.
Yeah. And then skills, stamina, builder, command, tactician. Then walls, palisades, or earthworks that offer defense positions with cover with armor level 3 or higher.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want to help them fortify that area.
And then if you
would.
have more
Yep.
than one of you, you can cut that time in half again.
Yeah, I'd be helping there because I got stamina too. So
Okay.
Okay, so who wants to help with the vehicle? He can probably give you like 2 people because the rest of them are going to go out and they're going to scavenge for their own stuff.
Okay.
So he's got to keep things going. I think there's only, let me see here. So probably most of the men will go out and kind of start scavenging. Probably at least, I guess the elderly can look after the kids. So you probably have maybe about 6 people.
Okay.
that can kind of help out.
Yeah.
So you can kind of dispense that as you see fit. And you can also do more than one hex set if you've got more people. You know. But it'd probably help if you had more basic tools in just one set.
Yeah, I have 2 sets.
You have 2 sets of basic tools?
I do have 2 sets of basic tools.
Okay.
Now, does that use those up, or is that...
No. They're
okay.
not. They're
So
not.
it's not like a first aid kit. Yeah.
It's just basically it's basically a collection of like your shovel, your pick, whatever you might need. Some small tools, large tools, but.
Okay.
So you've got an extra 6 people. Devin is going to be on guard.
Right.
Probably at least Wit will probably be on guard. Roman could probably help.
Okay.
Unless you want him on guard as well.
I would say he could just stay on guard if we've got 6 guys, because you said it'd be, 5 guys to clear out the debris, right?
5 guys to clear out the debris.
And then 2 guys to build the defenses?
At least 1 person, but if you have 2, it'll cut it in half from a day to
and we're
for 1 hex.
We're going to help, so that's 8 guys, so we'd have 5 guys to dig out and 2 or 3 to build the defenses, or 6 to dig and 2 to work on defenses, so we could do that. That way you guys could get some rest if you want, because you've been up, you didn't get much sleep, and we slept pretty well, and if we've got these guys
halfway,
so we could do that. So
you guys kind of start working on that.
So
you guys can go ahead and make stamina rolls again.
Reroll.
Yeah.
I got a success on one and a failure on the other one.
Okay. As long as you get a success.
So I can push it or not?
You can push it.
So if I push it, what is that? Where I mark that at? Or just
it's not. No, yeah, it's different from Tales from the Loop. So it's just that when you push it, if you get.
I got 1. I got 6.
Okay, you didn't get any 1s though. You didn't go bust on anything.
Nope.
Okay, so like when you do push it and you get the 1s, then you're going to suffer either a physical or a stress.
Okay.
So, and that's not just 1. Like if you roll 2 of them, that means you get 2. However many 1s you rolled, you get that much. So
I got a success.
Okay, so
I didn't realize that they wanted us to do
second
games,
shift.
but whatever.
You might be up for a little bit for that first shift, but then the second shift, you'll go ahead and kind of sleep, the 2 of you. Everything spoon together.
Who am I spooning with? Because I am the outside spoon.
the kick.
You guys kind of keep going and kind of start working.
Simon
everything.
said, "Push it good. Push it."
yes.
Shut up.
Do I
just push it?
erase stress or something?
You can, yes. You can go ahead and erase point of stress.
And then the
And you don't.
damage?
Neither of you had any wounds.
I
though.
did, yes.
Huh?
I had a wound.
Did you have 1 wound? Okay, so you can erase 1 wound then.
Okay. So 1 wound, 1 stress.
By the time that you 2 get back up, kind of wake back up after sleeping about 6 hours, they're still working on kind of clearing stuff out and everything. You kind of go into the 3rd shift and kind of continue working. And
Found a long box of comics in here. I'm done. I'm reading.
I'm working on the rest.
I clean up my bedroom.
Yeah, anything that's of any use will be, kind of stacked in piles, I'm assuming. Anything that might be of any use, like, good pieces of wood.
Yeah, they'll take them out and stack them somewhere, and they probably whatever they find from the debris, they probably bring over to the guys that are working.
That's what I was going to do.
Try to fix that.
Bring it over to the defenses and add it in somehow as best they can.
The best video game ever.
And basically, as they start dragging that stuff and everything, you can see now there are definitely 2 old delivery trucks in there.
All right.
There's also some other stuff too, like some pallets and stuff.
How damaged are those 2 delivery trucks now? Are they like just screwed up, or
they are probably damaged enough that you probably you wouldn't be able to drive away with it, but you might be able to.
Well, no,
That's what I'd say.
I'm thinking about salvaging parts for the Humvee.
Yeah, you could probably salvage from it.
Okay.
So,
And then
which
use-
will take more time as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But also you could use them as barricades somewhere too.
yeah, you can drag as long as you can drag them out. So
With one of the big trucks.
yeah. So don't forget the semi that you've got him locked in the back of the trailer. that was still salvageable as well.
Okay.
That's right.
So, so basically you kind of continue. So they get done probably before you get done with that defenses, with at least that one hex right there in the back area. And you can see now there is, all of you are there except for Devin and Bruno and them, but you do find the 2 trucks. The backs are closed and everything, but there's also 2 pallets and they're like wrapped up in like cellophane.
Nice.
Well,
So, as you kind of get down and kind of take a look and
Hey,
everything.
Melcy.
Hi, baby.
hey,
Mwah.
hey, Melcy.
As you look at the pallets, you kind of cut it open, and it's basically some food stuff on both of them. There's probably about 100 tons, so about 50 tons on each.
Wow.
So not sugar, but food.
Not sugar, but it's food.
Okay.
So, and then
Jimmy, the
Kibble
truck's
and
open.
bits.
huh?
Jimmy,
Kibbles
the
and
truck's
bits.
open.
Kind of get the trucks open, everything, and yes, you do find there is about 300. I said 100 tons, 100 units of food altogether.
Okay.
Not 100.
Wow,
tons.
that's a shitload of Campbell's soup.
All ramen noodle.
We're now the UN. We're
Worth of this? Like $10.
and you kind of look around, you start.
That's cat food.
That's all you have to do. And you basically kind of get in the truck and start looking around. It is full of pallets also that are loaded up with stuff. Probably doesn't smell anything nowadays but as you start opening up boxes, you can see some of it's like yeast and flour, and that shit's all rotten and stuff. So you kind of start tossing it out. So you got to spend a little bit of time kind of moving stuff around, getting rid of the rotten stuff and everything. And yes, eventually you do come across about 300 units of sugar.
Sweet.
Good deal.
All right.
Mission accomplished, fellas.
Let's get this stuff back.
Roma, let's get this sugar loaded.
Fire up that truck. Let's drive it back.
Okay.
Wreck
So we
truck.
split the units with the
Like the little ice cream truck.
No.
food.
Food units, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sugar,
talking about.
no. That's
No,
all.
sugar's
Sugar's
ours. I'm
ours.
talking about the food units.
You can just
Yeah.
take some units we need and give them the rest.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
did.
to give you an idea. So what? Like, well, for them, whoever's got your calculator out, that's, let's say, I think they've got like 18, let's say 20 people. So that's like 5 days
Oh, it's not that much.
Yeah.
for them. For them, it would be. For you guys, it would be like fucking whatever, 100 divided by 5. You know, it'd be
Yeah.
what, 20 days?
Yeah, like almost
know.
a month.
Yeah, but also
It's unfortunate for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, being held
It's a nice, suitable thing for them.
right.
You know, so plus you probably would have room to bring it on the truck if you want, but if you want to salvage some of this other stuff,
Yeah.
it'll probably fill up.
You know what we need? We need
It's
a
up to you.
trailer.
Need what?
We need a trailer on the Humvee for parts.
Yes, that'll help us get away from the bad guys even quicker.
Could have got you're getting a steal from Bruno. You could have asked for a trailer. Maybe.
Didn't think about it.
Yeah. So now it is the end of the 3rd shift. So it's like, it's like
Yeah.
8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's time for some
So
happy time.
do you want to try and some of you rest then or whatever?
Yeah, since we got some sleep, they can sleep and we stay up and do guard.
Okay.
Okay.
Start getting the sugar back.
And this is getting down.
But
Okay.
sorry, I was just blowing off
Mike,
steam.
and do either of you, Mike, Rob, either of you have recon then, or?
I do not.
I do not.
Okay, roll. Go ahead and make an intelligence roll.
I don't have that either.
Yes, you do.
Simon said, take an axle from one of the
Do I
broken
take the
trucks
D6
and
with it
build a
too?
trailer.
Or just
No, just a separate single one.
Ooh, I rolled a 12.
I got a 5.
Sweet. So you actually got 2 successes.
I did. There's two
You did
big.
not get a success.
There's 2 little bang bangs on it. See that? It's 2 successes.
So, boom, boom.
Yes.
You guys are probably outside, kind of just walking around. Every once in a while, hear the guy in the trailer. Are you still there? No.
I got to pee.
Every once in a while, you'll maybe kind of, come across, talk to the doc, whatever, Part way into the night, actually, probably not too long. It's really kind of dead silent at nighttime and everything. You don't really hear a lot. So I kind of like that the ambient noise is no longer around, and you can kind of hear a little bit clearer. But off in the distance, and this is way off in the distance, you can hear like the rumbling of vehicles.
Got some movement going on. Some vehicle movement off over there quite a ways.
Kind of look off that way.
You don't notice it hardly at all.
Didn't we have binoculars?
You do, but the binoculars don't really help you out in the city. You're just seeing kind of a
Okay.
yeah. Plus, it's nighttime. They're not infrared
Are
binoculars.
they coming this way?
No, you can't really tell. I mean, after
Hard
a
to
while,
tell.
actually, after a while, you can tell. They're not coming closer.
No,
They actually they're moving northeast.
you hear me say all of what the DM just said. North.
Well, I kind of calm down a little bit. I'm still like, oh, okay. All right.
That is something we need to pay attention to. We need to get the hell out of here. Are we done yet?
Now we're going to salvage those parts.
All right.
Oh, okay. Sugar loaded. Let's go.
That's done already.
Oh,
No, it's not loaded yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, because it was nighttime when you guys got done with that.
We're loading sugar and stripping parts.
So you guys are kind of talking a little bit about probably that,
Yeah.
just what you were doing there. A little bit later in the night too, though, you start hearing kind of like horns, kind of like calls coming out from over. And this is much closer than the sounds of the motor vehicles and stuff.
Calls.
Yeah, like someone blowing a horn,
The Vikings are attacking.
and then you like hear another horn. Just kind of like strange, almost like it sounds kind of strange.
Europe?
Like Europe.
Strange like Europe.
Oh, they're playing that song by Europe, The Final Countdown, on horns. That's pretty awesome. Warriors come out and play.
So you kind of hear that a little bit and everything, and then it kind of dies off. It only goes on for maybe about 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
You have to freak us out real good.
So eventually the morning shift will come around.
I'll report exactly
You guys
everything.
can go ahead and make stamina rolls again.
All of us?
Excuse me.
Just those who are sleeping.
Oh, those who were sleeping.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 1s.
Boy, you're like,
I didn't sleep for
No
crap.
success, no critical failure.
Okay, and did you add your ranger? Did you bump yourself
No.
up to ranger?
Double success.
Okay. So you're going to suffer a point of stress. You don't really sleep very well that night. Devin and Kitty, though, do all right.
I had The Final Countdown stuck in my head all goddamn night. I don't know what that was all about. I hate it.
must be switching the genres you like.
So probably for you, you're probably just kind of uncomfortable sleeping on the
Yeah.
hard floor and everything.
Yeah.
So,
You snorted too much sugar in the move.
yeah.
So you're like,
I thought it was cocaine. I thought,
So probably that first shift in the morning, if you guys want to sleep, or you want to just keep going.
if we keep going.
I'll ask the professor if he knows anything about horn calls. We heard those in the night.
Okay. So when you kind of in the morning, you probably
Yeah.
see Roman and Wit probably comes out. They probably
our
come out and is
breakfast.
like, "Do you want us to keep watch for a while?"
Yeah. I do, and I go, we heard some horn calls in the night. Is
And there
that
were some
anything?
vehicles off in the distance as well, driving north.
You're talking to Roman right now, or you talk to Leon?
I go talking to whoever he's talking to. So
Well, I just had Roman come out.
I asked Roman that.
Okay.
Some vehicles.
He kind of shrugs, but then he goes, "Well, there's a Russian unit across the river. Perhaps they're moving moving out." And he kind of listens, and he's like, "I don't hear anything now."
It was last night.
Kind of actually does kind of seems a little worried a little bit, but then he kind of shrugs it off.
Should
So-
we take another way back home, or?
Not unless they can find their way across the river.
Okay.
I don't remember any other bridges being. And you remember there were no bridges except for the one at Brazeg.
map quest.
Well, we'll stay watchful right now. When you guys do whatever you want. He kind of tosses the keys. Or actually, I'll have went to bring the truck over if you are ready to start loading stuff up this morning.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the others.
yes, we are.
So
Good night.
you kind of go back into the warehouse. You see some of the others starting to get back up.
Yeah.
Everything. You can see the two of them. Leon's there as well.
Yeah. Go up to Leon.
He goes, morning.
Good morning. We heard some movement by the river, but then we heard a bunch of horn calls. Do you recall any of that?
And he kind of actually nods. Well, he nods at that last part. He goes, there's an area over to the north and to the east on this side of the river. We've heard the horns before. I think there's another gang there. He goes, but usually whenever we hear them, we leave that area if we go too far and we try and stay out. I don't know who's there or who.
Maybe our friends crossed over into the new gang territory.
Yeah, I don't know who's there or who they might be. We've not encountered them other than the one gang here that we had. I've not encountered anyone that was using horns or this far
Right.
in our area.
Okay.
He goes, most of the people in my people, when they hear that, they get out of there.
Right.
It just seems really kind of freaky. I guess is what
You said that was
Americans would
north?
say. North and northeast. Northeast actually more.
Is that where they were headed?
They were headed north.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either they're hooking up with them or they're getting killed by them.
I was saying maybe they found them and that's what the horns meant. Intruders.
So,
Well, we'll talk about moving maybe the cars over a certain spot. Figure out what we're doing today, like scavenging
Getting the
parts.
hell out of here would be what I'm
Well,
doing
you're
today.
scavenging parts and then finish up some of the defenses. So loading up the sugar.
Okay. You want to salvage the vehicles too, or? I think.
How much
Basic
longer would
stuff.
that
We don't
take?
need to
Let me
strip
see.
them
I think
down.
it does take. Right to it. Takes a shift.
That's not so bad. We got to load the sugar anyway. So
Siphon the gas and take the jacks and the
yeah.
different parts off it that'll fit on the
And you
Humvee.
really can only use probably about 2 people on a vehicle. Should do one helping and one doing it.
Okay.
And before we go on, go ahead. Whoever is was in charge of the fortifications, it says on there what skills you need to roll.
Oh yeah, the tactician, I think.
There's also another one like stamina too.
Stamina, and for the builder,
Is
and
it tech or
command for tactician.
Oh, builder or tech. Okay, builder or tech. So I don't think anybody has any of those.
I have blacksmith.
No, I mean I have stamina, but I definitely don't have command.
So you can go ahead and roll stamina. And then since Kenny, one of you was helping, you can get a one bump.
yeah.
You just get a bump.
Oh, okay. So a 10 and an 8, but that would be 2 10s, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll just.
Or do you go to 10's the most? Or do you go to 12?
You can go to
I have
12,
a
but
10
you always go with
in my strength,
you always work.
D10,
Bring
Yeah,
up,
and then a
but you bump-
D8 in my stamina,
if
so I
you're
have to
going
bump them up
upward, you
balance.
bring up the lower one.
Oh, you bring the lower
Yeah.
one up.
And then when you're having to reduce, you take the higher one down first.
Okay.
No successes, a 5 and a 2.
Okay.
So if you want to push it.
Yeah,
Shut up,
you want
push
to
it.
push it.
I'll try and push it.
Because otherwise your defenses are going to like
Fall over.
fall over.
2. Success.
Okay. All right. So you kind of push it and everything. And you pushed it yesterday, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, so tomorrow, you kind of you got to go back over and say, okay, yeah, all right, this looks good.
Yeah.
So you've got at least that one area back there has kind of defended, so no one can just walk on in. and
Okay.
everything. So, so basically, first shift, you guys are gonna go sleep. You can make stamina rolls to see if you can get a good night's sleep or a good morning sleep. Leon can have some of the people,
There's,
Yeah.
maybe with Roman or whatever,
What was
probably
it?
kind of load stuff
stamina
up.
and
A D6.
and
Loading up the truck
Okay.
if you want.
one success.
General stay on
That's all
guard
matters.
though.
That's what you need.
Yep.
1 stress.
Okay, so did you get 62? Yep. Okay, so you can remove your point of stress, and then if you still had wounds, you can remove a point of wound too. So, and then did you still have wounds? Don't forget, if you slept.
No, I'm good now.
You're good now. Okay.
And I have a point of stress from last night.
Okay, so you got to wait.
I'm still stressed. I don't know what to do.
So, do you want to spend any time? It'll probably take a shift to load up the vehicles with the cargo and everything, moving those over. So, do you want to try and spend any time salvaging?
I'll do that.
I'll help you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got stamina.
Probably have to, if you want to do the semi-truck, try and do the semi-truck first because they're working with the other 2 trucks right now.
Yeah,
We
can
should
do that.
move the truck and then salvage it, right? Like, move
It doesn't run anyway.
Yeah.
Better.
Oh,
We can't move it.
Yeah.
You're just taking parts off for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. What parts on this goes on your truck, your van?
Yeah, it don't matter.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're not going to get that detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you could
The
have the,
side mirrors.
when you get the spare parts, it's just like a video game. It's spare parts.
Me with big, got a big smokestack on the back and giant mirrors.
It's got this cool hood ornament. It's a duck and these big old side mirrors. And the lug nuts are like on top of the other lug
Yeah, I
nuts.
bet the CB radio would be helpful though, because we don't have one of those in the Humvee, do we?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
We have a long range one.
We got a radio.
So go ahead and make a tech roll.
Ew,
And if you've got mechanic,
Oh, okay.
you
Hi,
can use
blacksmith.
that. And if he is helping you, he gives you a bump. If Rob is helping
so-
you. Or whoever's helping
It's
you.
tech and stamina, right?
Only one person rolls. So
All
you
right.
want so you want the one who's got the best chance, and then
I have a D12 in tech.
I have a D12 in intelligence and a D10 in tech, and I have mechanic.
So that's a bump it
There
up
you go.
again. So
I'll just help you out.
So it'll just be 2D12, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Does he go? Does it go up above that? Does he get a bonus?
Huh? No, you can't go up.
2D12 would be your
12 is the biggest die.
1 success and a failure.
So we got 1 success.
You can try and push it and get a better success, but
No, I'll do that.
so
I didn't sleep well. It's good. This is what we get.
Pair of my mirrors.
Yeah, we got the side mirrors and a steering wheel.
okay. So basically, you kind of look it over and everything.
Simon says now Emma McCall's Convoy is playing in my head.
Yeah.
Yep.
You kind of
Convoy.
start looking and basically kind of looking through and try and gather stuff. You get like 1 spare part, enough for 1 spare
Okay.
part vehicle.
All right.
So write that down.
I'm a little surprised, Simon, that you know Convoy.
There's more to Simon than you know.
Is more than meets the eye.
Transformers.
Okay. A hit song in the UK.
The original
was my
or the
grandfather's favorite
sequel
song.
song?
The original.
They did the because he did an international rubber duck.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that one. My grandfather loved the American one.
I had a cassette. I'd play it all the time as a kid at Dad's truck.
Yeah.
And here's a rubber duck. We about put the rubber down. The movie was pretty interesting too. Had that country
Chris
singer. Chris
Christopherson
Christopherson.
died in that, didn't he?
No,
At the end?
no,
The
it
actor.
does not.
No. Chris Christopherson.
The character.
Character, I thought.
No,
died
they
at the end.
thought they killed him, but he survived it. And
To say he did pretty good after that, I thought.
Whistler.
oh God, don't
No, I'm just checking something.
surfing on the streaming computer and all of a sudden it's gonna crash.
It's a spoiler.
What would Alex Kingston say? Spoilers, sweetie.
Okay. Probably about the time you guys are getting done. So you're probably going into the third shift. They've got the truck. They would have had the truck loaded up. You guys just got done with the parts. Probably just putting those in the back of the truck and stuff like that. You're actually probably just finishing up now. Probably kind of deciding what you guys are wanting to do from here. You want to try and stay longer, or are you gonna get out, or
get out of here. Get back.
Probably kind of discussing that a little bit. Whatever.
We don't talk about Bruno.
How much food did we load up?
Oh, I thought we were leaving it all for them.
We were taking a little bit, I thought, for ourselves, like a week.
You guys hadn't decided.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, the understanding we're taking some for ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have 30 units of food ourselves.
So if we take 20, that's another week for us, right? How many units?
Yeah, if you took 20, that'd be a week for you guys.
Yeah, we'll take another 20.
No,
and they can have the rest.
we'll take just 20.
So you have
Take
2
a couple
days.
for,
Because you guys have didn't you guys have quite a bit of food back?
we had 30 units.
Oh, really? Is that it?
Yeah, that's what we had.
Yeah, we had 40 units of wild food, but it's already gone.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So you're kind of talking about that, and then you loaded that stuff up. Basically, when you can you can hear Devin from up on top on the warehouse and everything. And he's like, hey. He's kind of like waving at you guys.
Yeah. What?
Thing. He kind of walks over to the edge.
Yeah.
You guys kind of come on over. He's like, he goes, I can hear motorized vehicles nearby.
Oh, shit.
We gotta go.
Go. Scooch.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Okay. So he's basically kind of starts moving. Yeah, it's got to go back into the warehouse and everything.
Is it dark or is it still light?
No, he's got to get put on his harness, and he's got to put on his hooks.
Yeah.
And he's got to.
Fell down.
He's got to have his bump cap and. His
2 of us hold the ladder, so,
His PPE gear.
Yeah.
It's PP gear?
Yep. So.
Is it dark or light, or what is it?
So it's third shift, so it's evening. It's the beginning of evening, so it's still light out.
Okay. Can I go out to the road and look down and see, like, kind of crouch and?
Yeah, you can do that while you're kind of waiting. I mean, you don't really see anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not even sure if it's coming from that direction or not.
Okay.
What way is he seeing or hearing these vehicles?
He's probably, when he's up there, he's probably like pointing more towards the northeast.
Oh, so the northeast. Okay.
That's where the Russians had gone.
Well, the gang members had gone.
Or the gang members.
Yeah.
And if that's where the ones with the horns are, maybe they're coming this way.
Yeah.
It might not even be the Russian. It might be more gangs.
Could be.
Either way, let's get out ahead of them.
We want to get at, or do we want to fortify here and try and defend ourselves?
I think we'd do better to fortify back where we're at.
Do you think we get away?
Let's go
Do you
home.
think we can get away in time?
Bruno, let's load up and let's get the flock out of Dodge.
Let's make like sheepers and get the fleet out of here.
Back to
As long as you do it within a stretch of time, 10, 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Or are they going to come and shoot all these people, though?
If it's the gangs, these people are in danger. If it's the Russians, we're in danger.
Well,
Pretty much
Bruno was probably like, oh, the gang has vehicles. And Devin is probably, no, these are military vehicles.
Okay. Well, that settles that.
all right.
They're
getting out of
they're
it.
diesel,
So
they're
these-
big heavy engines.
Okay.
So the people here should be okay.
Yeah.
We need to
Right.
get out of there.
I
the
basically
sugar
tell
out of
him,
here.
I'm like, I don't know what we can do to that. If we stay, they'd probably put you in danger if it is the Russians, since we're American.
He goes, well, I would imagine you would be in more danger than us being Americans.
Yeah.
So
If anything, we
be-
threatened you to kill you if we didn't play along. I
He
mean,
goes, I might be able to, if they are Russian soldiers, then maybe I can convince them to leave us alone. And that if maybe they're just searching, there was fight last night. Maybe
Yeah.
they're reacting to that. I don't know.
All right.
But it would probably be safer if you weren't here.
Well, I shake his hand. I'm like,
Okay.
good luck to you and your people, mate.
Maybe we'll be back.
Appreciate everything you've done.
He goes, because if you do come by, please stop here. Yes, that would be good.
No, Simon says, the war boss from Mad Max, Fury Road. No,
We're leaving.
we're totally leaving.
But the guitarist guy's kind of cool.
The dude for here.
Hey, Roman, let's hit the hill.
All right, so you're gonna get in your vehicles and basically kind of drive back out and kind of head back the way you came.
Yeah.
So,
Crouch down in the seat.
you probably go. I guess it depends. Let me make some rolls. Do you do anything special on your way, at least on the first part? Because you do have to kind of go, I think you have to kind of go out, if I remember correctly, and then you had to find a way to get back up onto the ramp.
Oh, yeah.
Because like here was the main road on ground level, but the other highway came up here, kind of like the overpasses and stuff, I believe. So there is a way, you know, if you wanted to get an vantage point and see what was going on or something like that, you could technically stop and maybe kind of see.
I think that might be a good idea, just to know what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And just kind of like hide, at least get up there, stay on the ground, and we run up to the top and scout, you know. So we're not obvious.
Kind of don't want to take the extra time, but that would be, the intelligence would be a good, pretty good.
I mean, if it's a bunch of guys in a clown car,
I'm going to laugh if we hightail it out of here, and if we would have looked, it's like a bunch of American forces coming this way.
yeah, it would have been like,
Hey, we're looking for our buddies. You seen them? Listen, we're trying to collect them.
oh, the guy got us for $5. We got a package delivered from UK. It's Simon's got
It's been in Chicago for 4 years. Somehow tractor
it's
department.
1 unit of food, but man, it's good.
He sent a thing. He looked it up, and the last it said was it was processing in Chicago on December 15th. So
December 15th?
yeah, it's lost. It's gone.
It's gone.
That sucks.
So I'm going to roll 2d6 for me.
5 and a 2.
5 and a 2? Okay. So yeah, if you kind of go up above, you kind of get your way back up on that other inner expressway, and you kind of stop and probably kind of shut your lights off, and you kind of probably wait for a while, and you actually do kind of have a view coming down to that area where the warehouse was, because that's how you kind of spotted it from before. And eventually you do see, probably just around as night's coming in, you can see some headlights basically coming down from the north on that road, that basically where the residential air buildings were, and then they cut down into that main road that you had just left off on, and basically they kind of start headed over to the warehouse, and basically they go pretty much right over towards it and everything. And you see 2 sets of headlights, and you can tell probably with, well, go ahead and make, whoever can make recon rolls.
That's in,
And give yourself, make it normal.
okay,
Instead of abnormal.
6 and 10.
Yeah.
1 success.
You got 1 success. Okay. You and Devin are probably like looking through binoculars and stuff like that, since you guys both have recon, but Devin can tell that they're military vehicles, but he can't make them out. But you kind of make them out and everything. Just even with the darkness and everything, you can make out. It looks like there's like a BTR-1 or a BMP-1 and a BTR-60 or something like that.
R2D2.
There's basically two armored reconnaissance vehicles, basically, kind of coming up and everything. And they kind of stay there for a while. I don't know how long you guys want to stay there and listen or watch, but as they kind of come in, it's the lights are on and everything, and you can't really hear anybody talking or anything like that.
Well, we hear gunfire though, so
Yeah, no, you don't hear any ground fire, but you kind of wait for about 5 minutes, and they still kind of are there and everything.
Okay, I say we take off.
Yeah, take off.
Probably asking about the firefight, if nothing else.
Let's get out of here.
If they were going to do anything, they'd have shot these people by now.
Oh, Doc's kind of like, I mean, Doc's going to be one. Well, let's just make sure. But, you know.
You need to go.
Okay.
Yep.
No time to wait, or we're going to be on top of us.
So, you go ahead and skedaddle and basically start making your way.
Okay.
I'll probably be the one to convince you because I think my
see how
empathy
long
is
it-
even higher than yours.
And mine's a C.
Mine's a B.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
What's
Doc,
your
you
what?
can't do anything.
Empathy.
Empathy. I'm
Oh,
probably the one
empathy.
talking. We got to go. We got to go. They'll be fine. If not, we can't do anything about it.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to try my persuasion to have everybody stay another 5 minutes. Can I try
That
that?
doesn't really work against PCs.
Damn it.
Oh, no. Yeah. Go ahead. I'll make it. Yeah, so,
Ooh, I got a success.
but they have to roll. It's a contested thing, so it depends. So you guys can roll your persuasion also.
Oh, so it'd be just.
I think it gets your. Actually, let me see. It's going to be actually. I don't know what that would be against. It's going to be partly empathy.
Just their
I
empathy.
got a success in my empathy.
Or against our intelligence. We know better.
Well, if you got a success on your empathy, then you're not exactly influenced by him.
No, 2 to 1. All right.
Sorry, Doc. We got to go.
Kicking the screw. No! We have to wait and see the massacre.
Yeah, so it would have been against persuasion.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, fine, fine. Oh, I need a friggin' drink.
Okay.
Maybe they'll shoot the kids first, make you not feel sorry.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, you need a drink. That's what all that sugar is for.
Yeah.
Snort some sugar. You'll be fine.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly a mushroom cloud appears where the warehouse was.
Okay.
Mushrooms.
You guys kind of continue. You get until about that 4th shift, and probably come close to where I think one of those towns is where you got to cross a small bridge. You guys want to stop there for the night, or you want to try and push through, or
Push through.
okay. So
No rest over.
you also remember this is where you saw before when you were coming through. You would saw the smoke on one of the side roads that you were going.
I remember that.
Oh yeah. Okay. But we didn't go investigate. We
You
just
didn't
saw
go
it.
investigate.
Okay.
So
Is that near here then?
yeah, this would be in that little village there where you just on your way here you would cross the bridge and we're going down the main road, and then off on the side road that's where you saw it.
Yeah.
So now you're coming back. You haven't crossed that bridge yet. You're kind of in the village there.
I'll point it out. Just that's where that fire was this morning or yesterday or whatever.
Well, maybe
A couple
we should.
days
Now,
ago.
don't forget you're all in separate trucks too. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to talk, you have to stop. And
Yeah. Well, I would point it out to whoever's in the truck with me.
I think you were driving with Roman.
Oh, okay. Roman knows where that fire was.
Don't we have CBs? We got walkie-talkies. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
You do.
So I'll call out to the guys.
Okay.
Well, I asked Roman, what does he want to do? Because does he want to risk trying to drive the rest of the way into town, or does he want to park it for the night? I mean, it's his trucks and his cargo, so it really is.
That is a good point because you would have to make stamina
Yeah.
rolls for fatigue. And
Yeah.
Then I'd have to make him probably roll driving rolls.
Yeah.
So, well, if we're going, this would be probably a good place. We could stop here or stop outside. Maybe stop here so we can hide the trucks better in case someone else is using the main road.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I mean, we could check out where that fire is or something. I mean, whoever was
Depending on
there
how
is probably
far away
moved
it
on.
is.
Not in the dark.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's a road that way or something, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small village, so
Okay.
you want to go down that road and then
Yeah, hide off the side, yeah. That would
Okay.
probably be a
Yeah,
good idea.
ask Roman if that's a good idea.
He goes, that's fine. We can spend the night here and then in the morning continue on.
That'll work.
Okay.
So, you can kind of find someplace. I think you had the better recon, didn't you? What was your recon? Your intelligence and recon, Dennis?
Trying to find it again. Where'd he go? 10 and 6.
It's the same thing. Okay. So if you and Devin want to hide the vehicles, you can go ahead and roll. So give yourself a bump since Devin's helping you.
So 10
So it'd
and
be
8.
10 and an 8.
2 success.
Okay. Dennis easily finds some place where you can. Hey, there's a garage here.
Yeah.
It looks like a transformer box. You know, you just tie right in here.
It says it right on there. No
Yeah.
trucks inside.
No trucks inside. No look.
No Americans.
So they kind of
It
park
says
the
dead
vehicles and
inside.
everything.
Yeah, we should be able to park in there.
Yeah. And then if you guys want to go check out down that road or anything, or
Yeah, I'd probably go down there and just see.
Just make sure it's safe. We don't have something sneaking up on us.
Yeah.
Just walk down there.
I mean, Roman and Wit will probably stay at the trucks.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not that far of a trek, is it?
No, it's just a small village. So
Yeah.
Yeah. We can just trek a little quick.
All right.
Yeah. Not like we're gonna walk into town. Everybody okay? Just kind of
Well,
get to
I'm
the
just
end,
thinking-
see burned out buildings or
You know, there's
movement
like
or
a
anybody out
gang
there.
held up in there, then we got to be careful. So. Yeah.
So you kind of make your way basically back to the main road and then down that side road and everything. You don't go too far, maybe just like a block and a half.
Oh, really close.
And you can see kind of like there's some vehicles out on the road. There's obviously vehicles, but these are like military vehicles. You can kind of see they're a little bit bigger than the civilian vehicles and stuff. So that kind of catches your eye right off the bat. Dennis is calling for a punt.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Yeah.
We can't punt. We don't have any babies.
Oh.
Devin probably would have stayed with the trucks too.
Okay.
So, kind of continue on, head on up to those, or
Well, just look at them.
Probably wait and see if there's anybody moving around by these trucks.
We got the night vision goggles.
Anybody sleeping or anything.
Devin had the night vision goggles.
So. Well, we would have grabbed those from him then.
What do you mean?
I had a set too,
please.
His.
Huh?
I have a set too.
We have.
No,
two
you
sets?
said last time you didn't. You said one time you had a set, and then you said you didn't have.
That
a
was
set.
the one set we have.
That's probably the one.
Oh, we only had one set. That's
yeah,
right.
that was Devin's. That went to Devin.
Yeah. Devin has it.
So,
Well, can we use it? Because that way.
all right, but you better charge back up.
Oh, I'll
I
be right
think
on
that
that.
with a full tank when it gets back.
Okay.
Well, so my
I'll
thought
put
is,
the
if
odd
military
batteries
vehicles, we
running.
could probably drain the gas
Okay,
out.
so you can flip on the infrared or the.
You and I are
night
deep in
vision.
enough to be able to siphon gas out.
Yeah,
of
there's
it.
like
I've done it
Hummers.
several times.
There's like 2 Hummers up front.
Oh, American Hummers?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Definitely take the gasoline out of those. Wait, what? No.
American Hummers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we see anybody? Are they like
You'd have to
burned
go up
out?
closer. You're looking from a.
Well, watch it for a few minutes and see if there's movement.
Okay, you kind of look around. You probably have heard some stuff. There is probably some people around, like refugees, but you don't see any immediate. There's no one like lurking around.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up and
waiting for you to
search.
show up.
I want to go up and search one of the Humvees.
Okay.
And hold on, before you go running up to these Humvees, how do
I
we
ain't
know?
running.
Hey, Cracker.
How do we know it's American
Hey,
driving?
Cracker's here.
Hey, send a heart. Thank you.
Hey, thanks. How do we know it's Americans driving these things?
We don't. That's
We
why
don't. That's why we're going to find out. Start
Okay.
sneaking up, I guess.
I go sneaky.
I'm gonna have to sneak up and start looking for whoever brought these things up here.
Okay.
And
So
see if
whoever's
I-
sneaking up,
So him and then us stay back.
that's what you want.
He's about, but I don't have
What do
any
you need
sort
to
of
sneak? I'm sorry.
recon.
Oh, I don't have recon.
Yeah,
I
Never
don't
mind.
either. None of us do.
Yeah.
Remember last time that damn board was
You
probably
need to go
sitting out
through
here.
boot camp again.
Yeah.
I got 4 little ticks in recon.
I got
No,
a bunch of
no success, no failure.
Push it.
Yeah, you can push it if you want.
Okay.
Don't get ones. Oh, there you go.
Okay, no ones.
Two
tens.
successes.
2 success.
Okay. So you can actually pretty much kind of see him. Well, yeah, you can probably keep an eye on him with the infrared goggles, but after you don't see him. He kind of sneaks off in the
Yeah.
darkness.
Are the Hummers parked on the left or the right?
The left and the right.
Left and the right, both.
Yeah.
They're dual Hummers.
Actually, one of them's actually probably parked off to the side, and one is probably in the middle of the road.
Those fuckers.
So, you basically kind of get up there. They're burnt out. There's bullet holes. You also see there are still some bodies around. There's a couple of bodies, charred bodies in the vehicles. It looks like probably the one that's in the middle of the road that probably looked like it got hit by an RPG of some sort.
All right. Looking elseways around. What else do I see?
Thanks,
Find.
Cracker. Send more
You can
stuff.
roll your
Yeah,
recon
thanks, man.
again.
Thank you.
Ooh. I got 1 busted and 4.
Okay. You don't see anything else. At least nothing that strikes your interest.
So are there like villagers still here or something? Is it actually still a town?
More like refugees. There's not a settlement here.
Okay.
It's just whoever might be coming through or still hiding here, and
Right.
you know, like 1s and 2s, pretty much just like Leon. Leon's is not a settlement, you know, and it's not like an organized city like Bruzek.
Keep playing. Don't
You
stop.
know, so
Given the damage must have been a big RPG, so champions.
GURPS.
Yeah.
Really complex.
Oh,
you have anything else, Dennis? Or?
well, I'm gonna. Was there any American servicemen bodies still on the ground?
Like I said, there's the ones that were in the vehicle.
Yeah.
And you can probably tell they probably were Americans. There are at least 2 on the ground. Probably looks like they maybe took shelter behind the vehicles after they got hit and everything. They look like they've been stripped. Actually, their bodies are probably, even the clothing, the boots, the gear, everything's been stripped from them. In the other vehicle that's parked on the side, you can see probably one guy in the truck that looks like he was probably dragged out onto the ground, and then looks like he was stripped. Looked like he probably got shot inside the vehicle.
All right. Oh, they're on us. Head back to join back up with them.
Okay, he kind of goes back.
So, what's the shape of the car?
They're busted. They've been exploded, flamed, shot up.
They're not living.
Dead, non-living, dead crew, stripped.
Americans?
Yeah. If not Americans, NATO.
No. Good thing we didn't come this way.
Probably when we saw smoke, they were getting knocked out.
It's probably
Now you would have heard gunfire. So it was after. It was more of the smoke that you get from that.
Oh, after.
After it happening.
yeah.
Because you can usually tell by the color of the smoke how dark and how light it is.
Was there anything left of the vehicle?
They either burnt or stripped.
Oh, Ben's out of here.
I've been.
See you later, Ben.
Good night, Ben.
Good night.
So, just get back with the
I
others.
hear you, buddy.
Rest up best possible and skedaddle back to the bar. Get the sugar.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
So you head back. Go ahead and make stamina rolls again, since you're still kind of out in rough area.
Oh, I did it.
Stamina and
No successes, but no crits.
Okay, so you suffer no stress. You don't sleep very well.
was it stamina and what again?
Just a D6.
Stamina and strength.
Strength. That's right.
Oh, stamina and strength?
Yeah.
Yeah. You always roll your stat with it.
1 success.
Well, I have a D in stamina.
Right. That's a D6.
six.
Yeah.
What's your strength?
D10.
So roll
Yeah,
D6
six
and a
and 10.
D10.
So if you didn't make it,
Oh.
you suffer stress. If you didn't make it,
I was
you'll
doing-
cure any stress
Oh.
or
Because
physical
I was
wound you
doing a
had.
D stamina, so I was basically.
Yeah,
just
no, you
going-
roll your strength and your stamina.
How often do we see
Oh, well.
burned
I
out
mean, I'm out of it.
Humvees on American equipment and stuff like that?
This is
as
the
we
first
get
time
going
since
through?
we-
Quite a bit.
Well, since the beginning of the war, probably quite a bit.
Okay.
But
No, I mean, is this uncommon for?
probably,
First time for us, isn't it?
well, it's the first time for you guys.
Since we left the main convoy.
Since you kind of walked away, you probably go back and you maybe discuss a little bit, but they could have been part of the 5th. They could have been just like you guys. And more than likely, that probably is, because you're the only unit that made it this far, you know, far in. So they were probably scattering and running just like you guys, and then got hit by somebody.
Yeah.
So, but you don't know for sure if they were the 5th or if they were for somebody else or what.
Right.
I mean, you can go back and maybe in the morning investigate a little bit further and see see what you can find out. But
I think that might be the plan. Let's just get some rest tonight.
Okay.
If they're American, we'll deal with it in the morning.
Okay.
okay. So you kind of get some rest. In the morning, you kind of go back out and kind of check it out and everything. Probably take the vehicles out there if you want. You kind of go and look. So it's pretty much like Dennis says, but now that it's daylight, you can kind of see a little bit more. You do see one thing that Dennis didn't find off in one area. It looked like 2 soldiers who had been wounded had basically crawled out of the area and basically kind of hid themselves. They eventually died of their wounds, though, it looks like, after you kind of look at them. So, and you can tell from them, yes, they were part of the 5th.
Oh, shit.
Probably not the same unit either in any of you guys were in, but they were part of the 5th.
Could I tell with my medical if we would have went to the fire the other day, they would have lived? This has been more the doctor.
Yeah, you could have probably saved them.
Kind of go, yeah.
It looks like they probably lingered quite a bit. They just probably couldn't go much further. They had no vehicles. It looks like one of them, his leg was busted up, so he wasn't walking out. And the other guy probably got shot in the gut and everything. I mean, he could have maybe made it further, but it looked like the way they were holding out together, it looked like the one guy wasn't going to leave the other guy, you know?
So I relay all that.
You got dog tags?
I gather up
They do.
one of the dog tags on each of them so we can try to return
That's
those
exactly what
back.
I was. Yeah.
I'm going to say you can get 3 more then from the other bodies if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
Yeah.
It'd take a whole shift to bury them, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well,
Well, we're not going to bother with that.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here.
depends on what you want to do. There's really, you'd have to take them out town. You'd probably have to take them somewhere outside of town or find a little park or something where there's no street and concrete, you know?
Yeah.
Or you can pile up rubble around them, whichever. Either way, it'll take a little bit of time.
Yeah. Well, that's probably not about me, so.
Probably you can go ahead. Actually, I'll. Probably a little bit while you're kind of looking around. You probably do kind of see and hear some movement around you. Probably for like one of the side street and everything, and you can see it looks like probably like there's a couple people just kind of looking to see who the hell you are. A couple, as soon as they see who you are, they ditch. Other ones kind of linger around just to kind of keep an eye on you and everything. Do you do anything or?
Nope.
Just to keep an eye on them, but basically ignore them.
Okay.
Not make any threatening moves toward them.
Okay. So,
Skedaddle, get out of here.
head on back out.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys kind of continue on.
Yeah, well, the doc's going to try and do something, so you can try and stop it if he wants to.
What are you gonna do?
I was going to try
They
and talk to
dead,
one of them,
Jim.
You're gonna try to talk to one of them.
one of the people,
Oh,
like motion them.
As long as you come out kind of friendly and everything, they don't. But you kind of find out, they don't speak English or anything. You can try and get Roman though or Wit to help you.
Well, they're there, aren't they? They came down with it.
Yeah, but they're not paying attention to you. They're watching the vehicles.
Yeah. I asked Roman to ask them if they know who did this.
You can probably come out and Roman probably comes out. Go ahead and roll.
Persuasion.
Yeah, just make 2d6.
I got 2 successes.
Okay, so basically, because when Roman comes out, they probably look at him, even
Like,
more
holy
so.
shit, this dude's a
Yeah, this
A
guy
gangster
this guy
con.
is fucking probably with the mob or something. He's got an AK strapped on him and everything.
Yeah.
So he's probably like, oh, but fortunately, whoever it is like, all right, yeah, okay, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
And
Bag, it's time for a grit and chip.
guilt trip.
Guilt trip.
so Roman does actually kind of talk to him a little bit and everything, and they kind of chat for a little bit, and then he kind of sends him off and everything. And he comes back and he goes, there were marauders. He said that they did not look like Polish or Russians. He said they had different uniforms than them. But they did wear military uniforms. They had been in town only for a little while when they encountered these Americans when they drove through, and then they had ambushed them. And then they took off south.
Right.
Yeah, so
Time out. Time out.
No, I'm trying to figure which
Time out.
Did they have vehicles or something, or did they just on foot?
He said they did have some light vehicles.
Simon said it's the feral Boy Scouts. The Lost Boys.
He's already left, though, right? The guy left, or is he still there?
He can still be there. That's fine.
Yeah. So I described the vehicles we saw before. Was that them?
He goes, nah, he said that they didn't have any armored vehicles. They were just Jeeps.
The Rat Sun Patrol.
I go.
Another faction. Every man for himself.
Yeah. He probably says something back to the guy, and the guy says a little bit, and he goes he said someone else heard them talking and said they did not speak in Russian or Polish. And they weren't Americans either.
Weird. All right.
Arabic? German? French?
I kind of go.
He kind of goes back and no, he does not know, but definitely
Ill-tempered Belgian marauders.
Hey, dude. Hey, dude. Hey, buddy.
Marauders.
Got it. Damn it.
The fucking Belgians.
led by some guy named Martin.
He's still
Martin Von der Totten.
Well, would they take a little food to bury him? Would these guys pay him some food to bury him or something? The Americans?
Roland probably kind of looks at some of these guys are like really bad, you know. And he's like, you can give them food, but I don't know if they'd actually bury him.
All right.
You give them food. That's coming out of your stock.
I know.
Food for that. We were going to leave them anyway.
Yeah, and Roland's probably just like, you're a fool. Yeah, he's got that look like, fuck him, you know?
All right.
That's what
Maybe we'll come back another day.
We know where they went.
All right. I gotta go. I think, bro. You know.
Make note of that.
Yeah.
You guys continue on. It basically takes another shift, I think, to get back towards the southeast part of town, where you guys
Snuck in originally.
Across the river.
Yeah.
So I need to do Dennis.
Yeah.
I need
do
to
Dennis.
make another recon roll and make a bump and give yourself a bump for Devin.
Okay.
Says Americans not welcome here.
I got one success.
One success?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. When you get over to that area, Roman, I don't know if we should wait for Mike or...
We can. I think you just had to use
Let me go I'm gonna go have a cigarette then.
Don't forget to check out our Linktree. Go to our Linktree. You can find the links to everything we have for the Raconteur Society, including our YouTube channel, which we need a few more subscribers to reach milestone on that. So check that out. Go to all of our social media, like, share, follow, all that junk. Drive up our likes and comments and links up and all that, and you'll see us in even more places. So this year we've got some really amazing things coming, by the way. We can't really talk about them right now, but I promise you soon we're going to let you know about some neat things that are going to be happening with the Raconteur Society in 2024. So hang out, visit us every time you get a chance on Tuesday nights. We usually get started around 6 p.m.-ish. Mostly it's just whenever we can get the computer to start and work properly. And check out what's going on with that. So we were talking about some games we're going to play this year, so I don't want to talk much about them right now, but Mike is going
Simon said, does it have a missing link? That would be me, Simon, and the missing link. It's the fur.
What's wrong?
Oh, he was talking about his Linktree, and Simon said, does it have a missing
talking
link?
about our Linktree.
Oh, yeah.
That's me. I get the...
I can't see Brad.
He disappeared.
No, he's in the camo.
He's standing behind the camouflage. Did you guys notice our new backdrop,
That
by the
stuff
way?
works good.
The backdrop behind us is new, and the backdrop behind the DM is brand new.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
thanks for all
your,
all the gifting money from all of our people that send us gifts and subscribe to us and everything. We were able to pick up quite a bit more stuff. So
Yeah.
if you want to support us, go to TikTok and send us gifts or subscribe, or just get a hold of it. Go to our Linktree. We actually have our PayPal. You can send us money directly. And
thank you, Cracker, for that.
Yes, thank you, Cracker, for doing that. We also have an Amazon wish list. If you look up the Raconteur Society wish list, you can find it. And on that, we have items that you can send to us that we will use on our live show. So it's costuming pieces and weapons and candy and goofiness and silliness and butter, lots of butter.
Lots of butter.
But you can go check that out. It's on Amazon, and I'm not sure how you search for it. I think you just look for Amazon lists and look up the Raconteur Society. Yeah, so
the cool thing about this backdrop that we got, it has multiple uses. We're using it for Twilight 2000, of course, because it's a war-torn game, but it also looks like it could be used for Deadlands Hell on Earth, or possibly Dawn of the Daikaiju in the aftermath of their fight. Cyberpunk. Lots of games we could use that for. Shadowrun, if we did it.
Yep. Any zombie apocalypse type.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
All that TikTok dish paying off. Not quite yet, but it's getting there.
What's that?
Simon asked if the TikTok.
All that TikTok dish paying off.
The day when this becomes a supportable thing where we all can quit our day jobs is what we're shooting for. But
I'll be retired by then.
so it won't be hard to.
There'll be like a bunch of urns sitting here at the table.
A dice that rolls out every once in a while.
We just don't game it. We earn.
If you want to see it,
That's horrible.
if you want to see us at your local gaming convention, get a hold of your gaming convention and tell them about us.
And pay for our...
It'd be more like, sorry, when you see these guys come to the door, don't let them in.
Yeah.
For the love of God, don't do it.
Uh-oh, I hear something.
The GM returns.
Uh-oh.
The referee returns. Oh, by the way, we love you, Freeleaguepublishing. We love you, Freeleaguepublishing. Freeleaguepublishing.
That was going to be for me.
Freeleaguepublishing.
We love you, Brad.
Bobby showed me something real quick.
Of course you did. That's why you're married.
AARPG had a book they ordered from Free League Publishing, and it was AARPG.
AARPG and some friends.
And it was Dragonbane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, but the artwork, they had the bestiary that they were looking at, looked a lot like Brian Froud. And I'm like, ooh, but I don't know anything about the game.
We actually played it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Mike, Jason, Chris, and B.
Oh, that's the one we
That's
played.
Dragonbane.
Oh, yes.
Is it like a...
I've got a little quick starter thing with a little module where you can play
okay.
pre-made modules, so we can do that sometime.
Is it like a D&D kind of thing, or something totally
It's
different?
different, but it's kind of like the same principles.
Okay.
The one thing that is really different in the game is when you fight monsters, they automatically get a hit
Oh,
on you.
I see.
And they have like, they'll have like a range of attacks that they make. And so at the DM, you roll and you see which one they start with. So if they have a range of 6 and I roll a 3, I start on the middle of the bar and then I just work my way and I just keep moving it up and down.
Oh, interesting.
And everything. And basically, so, you know, if it says you, whoever's the magic user of the group will probably take X amount of damage or something, and then he'll get the roll, a roll of parry and stuff like that. Just kind of like a little bit like Warhammer too.
Okay.
So it's got a little bit of D&D and a little bit of Warhammer, but it's the monster thing that's really different.
Oh, okay. Because I saw the bestiary, I was like, the artwork looked amazing.
And the one thing is so like, so Dragonbane, it's Drakendemonia, Dragons and Demons.
Okay.
From Sweden. It was basically back during the 70s and stuff, because Sweden was still kind of a communist country.
Yeah.
But it played both sides of the fences, you know. Right. And so, but they had their own Dungeons and Dragons, and that's what it was.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it started out in different. There's been like a couple different versions of it, but they didn't really have like a campaign world. like D&D came out with Greyhawk when they first started.
Yeah.
And so eventually in one of the versions, they took somebody else's fantasy literature and they actually applied it to that, and it's got the anamorphic animals. So
Simon just said it has ducks.
yes.
Simon, you ruined it.
I would totally play a duck.
Yeah, so you've got like mallard ducks, and then you've got like
sweet.
wolfmen and stuff
James
like that.
Pond, 087.
James Pond.
So it's kind of interesting.
Indiana Jones.
I've been contemplating whether or not to get it or not because I don't know what the full setting is like.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny because I used to do those puns on Robo-Duck.
Robo-Duck.
Yep.
Is it working?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
What are you trying to get?
He's messing with
Is
his
that like a giant
audio.
dildo?
Yes. Yes.
I even went through James Pond and did the movies like
Goes up the other
Thunderquacker.
way.
Thunderquacker.
Yeah,
No, I did.
A View to a Bill.
Oh, did you know? I have to tell you this. So
Those are horrible. I'm sorry. For your eggs only. That was another one. To live and let fly. Yeah.
Eggs are forever.
Yep. See?
Gold Goose.
Off the quackers.
Gold feather.
Gold feather. Yeah.
Gold feather, of course it was.
Duck run.
I haven't done the modern one, so I don't know.
Octoducky?
Gusino Royale, maybe?
Ooh.
That would work.
Ductopussy?
Ductopussy.
Ductopussy.
Octoducky.
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 That's what I was.
Did you say gold feather?
Ductopussy.
No, but that is
The-
gold feather.
Gold feather. That's what I called it.
The
gold
wasteland
feather.
in the Big River this year, they've got a spot where they're going to do the like a Thunderdome type thing.
Oh,
They
yeah.
call it the Thunder Foam.
Thunder. Nice foam weapons.
The nest is not big enough.
Nest is
not
Yeah,
bad.
but that's. Yeah. Like I said, Gusino Royale.
Gusino
Would be a good one.
Goosino.
Gusino Royale.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Never say feather again.
Yeah.
Let's say feather
Never
again.
again.
No, never say fry again.
Never say. Yeah, that's
Quackton of Solus. I'm playing a duck.
That's awesome.
Octa Mallard.
I'm playing a duck wizard called Vesser. He looks like a swan. Ooh.
Vester.
Who said that?
Simon.
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 A duck wizard.
Yeah.
I think he's got most of the books too for Free League.
Cool.
We like Freeleague Publishing. Freeleague Publishing. Freeleague Publishing.
They are. You know what? Free League is, since of the days of role playing, Free League is now like the modern, really interesting, cool games. I mean, quite honestly, they're the ones because I role played and stuff, but for a long time I was dead for just DMing and not really carrying stuff. And then I started seeing, oh, they got Twilight, and oh, they got this, and then Chris had bought me Tales from it. I was like, hey, this is really interesting stuff.
Yeah, they're really innovative when it comes to their games. It's not just cookie cutter.
Yeah.
This is all we all do, like a version of D&D.
Yeah.
It's like this is a little bit of everything under the sun.
So.
And I like how they tweak the rules where it's
Although it's
similar.
confusing sometimes when you're switching from game
Similar,
to
but-
game.
Right.
So, but all right. So you do get back to that kind of point where
crossing the bridge.
the old man, I forget his name, Bullock.
Oh, yeah, the guy we left the Humvee with.
Yeah. Do you guys stop and do anything, or because Roman's going to go around the city and come around on the west end, so that you stay away from the center. I don't know. I can't remember what you guys were planning on doing from this point forward.
Well, I thought the old man was across the river.
He's across the river, but this is like the point where you could radio him.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
Where you could get in touch with him, because don't forget, your supplies are still over there.
Right.
So,
Do you want to get a hold of him or come back later? We get our Humvee so we can get everything.
Well, we got to get this to Roman first and find out what the hell we're doing.
All right.
It's easy.
So I hate to get a hold of him and have him bring our stuff, and then we're stuck with something else.
Yeah.
well, he can't bring you the stuff. You have to
Right.
go over there.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, we get to
So I said we just
bury the stuff.
get
Well,
this
we could
done.
radio him, right? No, he didn't have any.
No, he did. You did leave him a radio.
So we could just Tom you it. And I said, did they get the Hummer? Was there any problems? Are you doing okay? So
You could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
let's do that.
Well, you do that.
Check.
What are you, a DJ? All right, we got Dr. Fat Boy here.
You kind of wait a while. You don't get an answer.
Okay.
Well, Simon said, I'm living Free League as well as Motive Feels.
Oh, Modi Ethies or whatever.
Modifius.
I've heard of them too. I'm not sure what games they do, but I hear about them quite a bit.
They did do Space 1889.
I saw that upstairs.
That's an old one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's originally another game designer's workshop from the 80s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So.
And then that's another one that
I think Savage Worlds.
they've taken on over.
Savage Worlds did a version of that too, Space 1889.
Yeah, there's one.
Well, wait a few minutes, try again.
Okay. After a few moments, the radio does kind of click on, and you can hear
Screaming and horror.
Yeah. You can kind of hear somebody. Roll your roll your empathy, I guess. Just empathy.
Send more paramedics.
I'll try and push it.
That does not sound
Okay.
good.
You kind of hear his voice come over, just kind of real briefly and everything, but you kind of sounded kind of like not like a weak connection, but it sounded kind of like a weak voice. There seemed to be a little bit of stress or something in there.
Oh shit. Okay.
Then he kind of picks up a little bit, and it's just like, hello.
So it's like,
Hey, greetings from the infamous Lone Chewbacca of Delaware, USA.
Welcome, Lone Chewbacca.
You do not exist. Sorry, it's a
that's how you say, thanks for joining us on our live stream in Chewbacca.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, it's not. Oh gosh, did I just tell him about his pancreas
I think
again?
you just told him your social security number.
Oh no, this.
Gave your bank number.
Yeah. Shut up.
He's like, I didn't mean that Chewbacca.
Oh.
Oh, well, thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks for
Simon
joining
says
us.
they did Star Trek Adventures D220, Fallout 2 D20.
Cthulhu.
Ooh, Cthulhu.
Sounds like a German. Cool.
Oh, do they?
Simon is our what games don't exist anymore guy. We need a hated Simon.
Simon is he's like the Yoda. over
John
there.
Carter of Mars.
Out of print. GM.
Yeah. Yes. Thanks, Brad. Kind of obvious.
It's an obvious. It's not getting that out.
So, yeah, so you kind of hear him again come back a little bit stronger, but
Yeah, it's just,
and he's like,
Probably woke him up.
hello?
that's like, are you all right?
Yeah, yes, I'm okay. Russians came through.
They hurt you?
Yes, a little bit, but they did not find your stuff.
Well, forget the stuff. Are you all right? Do you need help?
Maybe a little bit, but I'm all right. I'm only hurt a little bit.
If you could tell me how to reattach this leg
Yes.
over the radio.
What
I
does it
would be
mean when I pee pure black? I don't know.
He probably couldn't, because he takes his boat across the river, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to be able. There's no way for us to get across the river.
You can try swimming.
I'm coming. I'm coming. How bad? How? Do you have to have swimming?
You have to ask him.
No, I mean, do you have to have the skill swimming, or is that?
No, there's no skill swimming, so yeah, you could just, it'd probably be strength and stamina.
You don't swim in this game. You levitate across the water.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Well, okay. I tell the guys, it's like I need to get over there and check him out.
What's going on?
The Russians beat him up pretty bad. The Russians went through. They didn't find our stash, but obviously they tore him up pretty bad.
Shit. Well, we got to get this sugar first.
Let's drop off the sugar. Maybe we can get a boat and get across there.
Yeah.
I asked Romanoff.
Can you put your foot in the gas, Romanoff?
Well, I asked Romanoff. I'm like, is there a boat around here, or is there one we could get to get across? Does he know of?
He goes, not that I know of right hand. We might be able to scavenge one up, or we can send someone across the bridge.
All right, all right. Well, you hold tight. We're gonna come back for you.
He goes, I will be fine, and just bruised, hurt a little bit, but I'm not bleeding.
Were they looking for us specifically?
They were just looking for stuff in general. I was afraid if they saw your supplies, though, they would know something was wrong, but fortunately, they did not. They didn't find the radio. They saw pictures on wall. They thought it does not matter.
Pictures on wall because he was a soldier.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
And that's why they beat him up, probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, hold tight. We'll be back.
No swimming school, you touch water and drowned.
Yeah. Well, you died of dysentery. Now wait.
Dysentery.
How many anchors do I put on? You say 5. I think it's 7, but I don't know what the request.
The max.
It's the max. All right. Well, let's get back and then.
Did you collect your specimen again?
I really don't care for when you share that with us.
Business or personal?
So, you guys continue on then.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can basically kind of outskirt the town, and basically you come in, and you kind of head towards like an industrial zone area. You can see here too, out here where some of the land outside of town has been converted into kind of farmland.
Okay.
And as you kind of look, I mean, you can see there's lots of people out here working out in the fields. I mean, it's kind of weird because it's like feudal serfdom type thing.
Oh, okay.
You know, and you can see Roman will kind of explain the Orma and the Russians don't have anything to do with this much. The Orma though, since the Orma kind of organizes this, but they don't have a lot of people, so they actually kind of subcontract it out to some of the gangs.
Oh, I see.
And the gangs are kind of like the foremen, and they kind of make sure the people are working and stuff. And these people, they're there's a word for it, but basically they're outright refugees. They're not citizens of the town of Brzeg.
Okay.
They kind of keep them, and basically they kind of work to live, and then if they work enough, they might get accepted in as citizens.
Oh, right.
This is kind of their only way to get in somewhere safer.
Right.
There's those that live outside, and then there's a few, he does say, that live on the outskirts, that kind of just live out in the outskirts, in the rubble and stuff. Although there is like one, he goes, there is one of the churches, there's a band of refugees there that live closer into the town. Although there are some, the Razda, the city council, they do not like them there, but they have some few guns, and they kind of hold off there in the church. But most of these people, no, they just live out in these camps and stuff like that. And so you kind of see that as you're basically, and even in town, as you're kind of in that area, anything that's left that's got greenery, that can be farmed, they've converted over, into a farm and everything like that. So, I mean, it takes quite a bit to feed what people are still here.
Yeah.
Eventually he gets to a warehouse, and you can see there are quite a few guys here that are basically Brunos.
Okay.
And they kind of, it's like a little guarded
We don't talk about Bruno.
camp, and they basically, you kind of go on in, and Roman will kind of show you around a little bit, talk to you, and then he'll go see where Bruno is. Turns out Bruno is in town. He's at the bar. So he figures if you guys want to just wait here, or if you want to, wait until he gets back or whatever, he can send someone in to go talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, does he want to load the sugar, or are they going to start doing that?
Yeah, they'll unload it and everything.
Yeah, okay.
They bring it into the warehouse, and they'll start unloading it. And, they don't need Bruno's permission to do that. They know what they're doing.
Get our stuff off the parts and all that.
Yeah.
Make
The one spark plug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever else
Side
is on the
mirrors.
trucks,
We got
get
the
on.
side mirrors. Okay.
The universal spark plug.
Our custom horn.
Just kind of sit back and rest. So
Yeah. Roman will kind of has like, I don't know what Bruno had in mind, but you can come over here and you can rest and everything. And there's like basically a little area, like a little barracks type thing. And he kind of finds a spot for you guys. It's for right now. It's with his regular guards and stuff like that. So, but it's not like a private area or anything like that.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm gonna offer my hand and thank him for his help and everything else. So,
and he'll be around. I mean,
yeah.
So, probably later in the day, Bruno eventually does kind of show up, and then when he comes in, he's like, he's all happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Like, my heroes, you bring me sugar, you know?
What we can find.
And he goes, he said you find quite a bit, so that is good. It keeps me running for a while.
So that was it. They'd been cleared out beforehand, though. Unfortunately, we found this over a bunch of rubble, so we had to dig them out.
Under a bunch of rubble.
Yeah. Some old trucks.
And you had no other trouble? No.
Yeah, we had a little trouble, but
There was a gang that had been hoisting themselves upon the people there, and we
And there was
took them down a peg and something back. And
there were some refugees holed up in that warehouse. So.
Good old American justice, eh?
yeehaw!
Speaking of that, we need to get back to our friend, right?
Yeah, was there any trouble getting our Humvee across?
No, not really. They did ask about some bullet holes that were in the back. But my man, he convinced them that they just found it abandoned, that apparently they had shot at you guys, maybe? You
Yeah.
remember they did shoot at you guys when you got close.
Yeah.
We got up close and they decided to
Yeah.
start shooting instead of saying hi. So
So they just explained that whoever was in the vehicle must have abandoned it and took off. So, and yeah, and you actually did see it when you pulled in. It's sitting in the warehouse. It's up on blocks.
okay, Simon's taking off. Thank you.
Right,
Yeah.
Simon.
Nice, Simon.
Good night. Bye.
It's actually up on cement blocks without any wheels.
It's got cement block.
It's actually like a little Yugo.
It's painted. It's all shiny, and it's got a double stack motor on the front end, and it's all jacked up.
It looks like Morton Joe's caddy.
Yeah.
It's actually two Humvees
Humvees
like
jacked
welded
together,
together. That's
We
my,
improved it for you.
that's my dream car.
But it seems that there was some more Russians came in to Brzeg this morning.
yeah, we saw them last night on the road.
Yeah, they roughed our friend up pretty bad.
He goes, who did they beat up?
The
The guy Nikolai or
Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, he's like, He goes, He goes, he's not too bad, is he?
Well, I wanted to get a
We gotta
boat
get back.
or some way to get over there and check on him. He'd radio us, but he sounds pretty weak.
All right, we'll figure something out and send someone out there, or I can get you out there maybe. But it seems the Russian unit that was in Opal is moved up now, and it's moving towards Warclaw. But they stopped in into Brzeg, some of the officers, to check in with this outpost here as part of the same 21st Mechanized Division or whatever. You know, I heard this from the chief, the head of the Ormo. He came into the bar this morning and talked about it.
Great.
But it looks like they are moving on to Warclaw, but he kind of smiled a little bit. He's like, on the good side, that means the rest of Opal is now free of Russians. Could find some interesting stuff there, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Is that more our direction? This Mike can't remember.
Or your direction.
Yeah, west.
It's across where you were,
Yeah.
the other side of the river.
Oh, it's back the other way.
Well, yeah, where you were at. I mean, as far as which direction you guys want to go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, but
That was where that Opal was where we got shot at. Right?
No, here.
no, Opal's where you got the sugar.
Oh, okay.
But you remember, there's a river there. You were on the small part.
That's right.
The big part of the city is on the other side, but that's where
We saw that movement.
There was basically a part of the
So
division.
that was them
there.
actually leaving.
So that was them leaving out and everything.
Of Opal. Okay.
Yeah.
Opal major.
He goes, there
That's
was
probably that troop we saw. They were just passing that way.
Well, actually, he's about ready to say. He goes, he goes, for right now, temporarily, there are a couple extra armored vehicles here. They came over on this side of the river. I don't know. They were just there to recon, flank the area. But just so you know, I do not know when they're going to be leaving.
Yeah, well, they were probably out there, saw our fire that burned down that building those gangs were in. So Hopefully they didn't rip up the people that were over there too bad.
I don't know, but
Well,
Let's get our friend taken care of.
yeah.
Can rest.
Is that Opal got any sugar plants?
yes, I don't know, but we can find out. I'm sure there's also medical supplies over there too.
I kind of look at you guys.
I know
Yeah, they were definitely.
the doctor from the hospital. Sometimes we make instead of booze, we make alcohol.
Oh, yes.
Just normal alcohol.
Right.
So that
Alcohol.
Sterilizing.
yes.
Sterilized alcohol.
She sometimes asks me about going down towards Opal to the big part, she says, but then it's like I say, let's cross the river and too many Russians there, but maybe now, who knows? Or maybe you can speak to her and see yourself.
That's an option. I guess we're happy with what we were able to provide you then.
Yes, very much. I have got parts for you to build your steel.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, and if you wish to stay here, like I say, perhaps we can make accommodations for each other.
I kind of look at you guys.
Just don't make it sound like a drug deal again.
Yeah,
He kind of smiles. You happy what we
don't
procured for you? You like our business, eh?
Because you don't necessarily need to stay here or anything, you know, under my watchful eye or whatever, you know, but something to consider if you're
the
going to be
area.
around in the area for a while.
Well, how about we get back across the river and help Nikolai? Maybe we can spend the evening with him.
We'll definitely help you out with your Opal situation, I think. But
Okay.
let us
Yeah.
take care of this first.
I put my hand out.
It kind of shakes and everything. Because,
No.
Do you happen to have a little something for the
Nerves.
for the drinks? We wouldn't have to have a little pre-Christmas
me.
sucker.
it is pretty much close to nightfall, so it depends on how soon you want to go out, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Soon. Very soon.
All right. Well, actually, you probably want to cross during the night anyway. So.
Yeah.
Because, I'll give you a bottle you can take with you over to Nikolai.
Oh man, thank you.
So,
Give me a shot. Sorry. I know.
That's all.
give me a little bit of time, and then we'll drive you over the river, and I might have a raft. I hope you know how to use one of those, just a small raft, but
That's
it'll have
fine.
to get you across.
If we can just borrow it for a little bit, check on him, and maybe get our stuff.
It's got a little rubber ducky in the front.
It's a pair of water wings.
Yeah.
You'll have to pile,
Water, you die.
you'll have to pile everyone on someone's back.
Okay. So you wait a little while, and then Roman will basically escort you back over to that point where you can cross over. And,
Is it just the dock or is it all of us going?
oh, I don't know.
I think probably all of them.
I think all of us should go because I want to check on Nikolai too. If
We
he's
got to
been
get our
roughed
supplies.
Yeah.
You're going to have to arrange how to get the supplies
up. Right.
We
over
could take
and everything.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Maybe we can tie a rope.
You won't be able to bring it on the raft. At least not like only one person in the raft, and maybe a.
Well, we can have a conversation with
But
Nikolai.
with Nikolai's boat, you could bring a little bit more. And
Oh yeah, get over there and then.
So we'll see.
He's got an actual rowboat.
That's
a
right.
big
That's
one.
right.
So we'll use that instead.
So, so eventually, you basically can get across the river and everything without any other disturbances, and basically you kind of travel up to Nikolai's house, and yeah, he has been beaten up, roughed up, and everything. Apparently, they didn't care. They thought he was. I don't want to say, but they probably thought he was probably something of a different religious
Oh,
bent.
gotcha.
Because a lot of them, they saw the pictures of World War II. There was a lot of people, you know, that did fight during World War II that were different religions, and then one of them just kind of was probably basically anti-Semitic, even though he wasn't
Right,
that,
right.
but they just thought he was, and so they just beat the crap. But they were looking for the supply. They did look around the house because they were looking for supplies themselves just to see what they could take.
Oh,
But fortunately, Devin and Kenny hit it well enough down in
didn't
the
find
house
it.
in the basement that they didn't notice it. Because if they had seen it, they would have killed him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
right.
they would immediately assume,
he'd been stashing supplies.
yeah, that he was
Yeah.
either hiding, you know, that, or more importantly, they probably would have thought that he was a marauder,
Oh,
working
yeah.
with marauders or working with Americans.
Right.
Yeah.
And they probably would have just killed him.
Right.
So
Good
you got
thing you had a
lucky
good
on
roll.
that you had a good roll on that.
Yeah, good.
That saved his life. So you kind of go and kind of doctor him up. And
Do I need to roll or not?
Nah, you don't need to roll.
We're going to get our supplies out of here. Make sure this doesn't happen to you again.
But so we'll pretty much stop there, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Brad.
All right, folks.
Thanks.
Good job, Brad. Don't forget, folks, tune in every Tuesday night for the Raconteur Society. We live stream on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, and Clever. I want to give a big thank you to Brad for running the game tonight. Thank you to Dennis for hosting.
Yes.
Thank you for Mike for running all the electric stuff and the rest of us for gaming. And thank you to Big Freeleaguepublishing for the game tonight. If you have a chance, check them out. Go look at them. If you look at our YouTube channel, go to this live stream. You can find a link to Freeleaguepublishing. Like I said before, there's a lot of stuff going on for us in 2024, so keep an eye on that. And we will see you all again next week. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.